What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm Accidental Grenade, and we are live for some more BetRivers Poker. Let's get right into the action here. We're going to jam here over a limp. Ace 9. I have jammed on this player's limp. Like, you guys you weren't watching because it was like pre-stream, obviously, but I've jammed on this guy who plays the player's limp like so many times. Here in the uppercut PKO, where I'll get the table on the screen, I promise. I flopped a straight with 10-7. We're going to continue checking. They check back river, which is a shame. 6 favors us. Maybe we should have bet, but they were content to continue blasting, so we were content to let them. They had Jack 9. Yeah, I could have maybe gotten a value bet called. We didn't get to knock out Dr. Dad, sadly. Other player knocks him out. King 7 takes out the 3s. Oh my gosh, why is every table this turned off? Hold on, let's do that. There we go. I bet here in a limp pot 3 ways, like Queen 9. It went like raise, re-raise, so we folded. We had two pair, but definitely like a straight draws are going to be in there for one of those players often, so we're not too put off by it. We're going to lower the music. I forgot to do that last time, but I didn't forget completely this time, only just for a little bit here. Flat Dan's raise here in the satellite. Try to flop a set on him. Player leads. I mean, if I turn a set, I'm very happy. I'm a very happy man. Instead, we turn a gut shot. But now I think often a 6 or a 5 wins it for us. Maybe not the 6 or 5 of hearts. But it's moot because this player raises. Which means they probably have like ace 5. Because people are very transparent. Which means Dan has a hand, in my opinion, that could potentially beat a straight. A flush draw. What did I see? What did I say? Ace five, right? they're so transparent. A king and ace five. Oh, who would have thought? Who ever would have thought? All in here with pocket sevens. So hypnotic on my art. Ace two of diamonds here. Fuck it, send it. Diamond. I really don't like you having ace 10. That puts a real kink in my plans. If they have king 10 or queen 10, it's way better. Because our aces are live. We got pocket kings here in the Burrell PKO. But everybody folds. All in, Dan, come and get it. Looking for the love getaway. Don't think Dan's folding too often. We're flipping 54% for us. Oof. Don't love that. Hold. Yay. We doubled through Dan. Thank you, Dan. Fellow streamer, Dr. Dad Poker, if you haven't watched and followed and subscribed there on his channel, go do it. He's a great content creator. You won't regret it. Puts on a great show over there. Yeah, I believe he's probably live now as well. Oh, they've got me pipped, chat. I considered not jamming here just because that's how freaking face up players are. So they bet the flop and they just always have top pair. Straight up 2112. What up? Welcome. Oh no, I think I didn't turn chat on at all tonight. Anybody out there? What's up, Richie Rob? Richie Rob said Happy New Year. Okay, I wasn't too far behind that one. You, Richie? Nine, we semi bluff here. We bet turn. They call. We block like a lot of the draws we want them to have. Clubs, block everything. Blocking almost everything. We're just gonna give up after stabbing once. Thank you, Richie. I hope you had a wonderful and happy New Year as well. Don't mind me. I'm just forgetting to actually like put chat in a place where I can see it. There we are. Should be showing for me now. Bang, bang, bang on the door, baby. Let's fold here. So we got in for a second bullet in the $10 satellite. We're going to be playing $100 Benjamin either way, but we're going to try a satellite in. We'll flat here with King 10 with the big blind forced all in here by the raise. We'll be jamming to protect here. King 10 versus Queen Jack for the bounty. We got it. Not a min bounty either. 375. Big Willie Styles all in it. We'll be folding here. We flat went raise flat. 3-bet jam call. Pocket kings against pocket sixes. Oh, says GG and then spikes the 6. Tale as old as time. The curse of the early GG. I think they increased the size of these pre-flop action buttons, which is pretty nice. I wonder, do they like scale with... I want to wait till one of my tables is ready for a new hand too, and I want to see if it scales with the... dynamically with the size of the table. Even if it doesn't, it's a good change. I'm just curious. They do scale, because before they were like really tiny on large tables. And just when I like, it's like so often I think of something that like BetRivers should do, and they're already on their way to doing it or have done it before I can say anything. Yeah, because it was kind of weird looking because the before those buttons would be the same size when you made the table, like especially on like my ultra wide monitor. If I made the table the whole width of the monitor, those buttons, the pre-flop buttons, the flop buttons would scale, but the pre-flop buttons would be like tucked down in a corner. No longer. I think anyway. Let me check again. Yeah, no, they look much nicer now. Had a pretty good New Year here. We just did the family thing on New Year's. I didn't go to any party or anything. We Eden tried very hard, but a lot of the stuff that was on later in the New Year was not very entertaining for kids. But she was trying to stay up. She gave up the ghost. She's 7 years old, and she gave up the ghost at like 11:48 or something. She didn't quite make it. She was fading the whole time, so it's not like she was lively and then passed out. But she faded, and she was still conscious, like eyes open, up until like 11:45, 11:48. And then when the ball dropped, Casey and I like counted down out loud and said, "Happy New Year!" and like kind of shook her a little bit, and she went, "Yay!" And then we took her to bed. She really was trying though. She's a trooper. She's a night owl for sure, I think. Can already kind of tell. She takes after me in that way. I don't know if Casey was a night owl when she was younger. She definitely isn't now, but I still am. Generally speaking, I still enjoy being up late. Lurking for now because I'm on tilt. LOL, be back later. All right, cool off. Shake it off, brother. You'll be all right. It's funny, man. I get a little upset in the moment, but I reposted a Jason Sue post on Twitter today to this effect and said like, I think something that's kind of changed for me over time in the game of poker is just not getting very upset at losing sessions. It not really affecting me, past the session. I've always been hyper competitive, and in fact, when I was a younger man, I had to like sort of work on myself to let go of competitiveness in like social situations with games, because I'd be like in a social situation where people were playing a game, and I was just I was sort of a sore loser. I was sort of I would get frustrated when other people were like not taking their turn in a game and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I had to sort of I don't know if I should have bet here with their stack depth what it is, but I might have been autopiloting there just a little bit with the conversation, but I had to work to get that out of my personality. And there's still a part of me, like there's still that competitive like beast inside me, is what I said in this tweet, and I'll never be fully like, there's a part of me that never is going to be like, oh, losing is like an acceptable part of the game, right? There's a part of me that's like, no, but I wanted to win. Like there's like a need for it a little bit, but it doesn't really get me down. It doesn't really affect me emotionally. It doesn't really tilt me too much anymore. There are extreme cases, and poker is good at exposing you to those extreme cases, because variance in MTT poker is a real son of a bitch. But in general, I'm able to just let it go, and I'm able to look back at a session and say like, I've made good decisions. There's these things 1, 2, and 3, or this one thing that's like multifaceted that I'm trying to implement in my game. And I think there were a couple of instances where I saw that and I tried to do that tonight. So that's growth. And And even if the results didn't manifest, that's what it's all about. And I can be like proud of myself that I did a good job. Because it's hard. The human brain is very flawed. Like we say all the time not to be results oriented, and the reason we have to say it all the time is because that's how the human brain works, right? Like look at how much clout on social media matters, right? Like, you know, if X number of people are saying this, if this person has X number of followers, there must be something worthwhile about them. Well, not necessarily, right? But that's how our brain works. And my brain says, like, you know, when I didn't win playing poker, you know, I played a session tonight, I lost every MTT I played, ergo I fucked up. Now I know objectively not true, right? Not true. But there's a very, you know, primal, very like instinctual sort of like part of my brain that doesn't know that can't know that, right? Because it's like, you know, it's evolutionary, where it's like bad result means stop doing that thing, right? So when you get a bad result in poker, it's like, this is bad, stop playing poker. And you're like, no, like we did good. You have to like argue with your brain. Call. All in. And they snap fold. Okay. Cooler. Oh, blade. Had me nervous. Jam here. We're covering limper. They've got ace 7 versus our pocket 5s. We cover for the bounty though, so we always want to take this spot. We flop a set. We got him. Scared because I saw the 7 first, but we got him with the 5s. And that's a great spot to have in a bounty, because this is the spot that frustrates the heck out of us when we bust. But when we don't, now we've got this 6-plate stack and we stack more bounties, hopefully. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I really think the poker player's like life, like in managing your psyche, it's a lot of like arguing with like some very base parts of your brain sometimes, to say like reason and logic and consistency matter, results don't matter, you know. When you're downswinging, when you're upswinging, it's like, I'm a god, I have this game all figured out, I'm never gonna lose again, you know, which is also like fucking incorrect, right? Because that's the other part, that's the maybe like the sneaky part that we don't talk about enough, maybe as a community, as individuals, is like how many poker players out there, when they're upswinging, just like stop working on their game because they're like, why would I work on my game? It's flawless. Like, wrong, you know what I mean? Like, absolutely wrong, but that's how you feel. All right, we're off to the break, folks. I think, anyway. 1 second. We got this to play. Okay. We got nothing left to play. All right, we'll be right back. I have no actual brain, so I don't need to worry about this shit. Oh, stop it, Richie. No, seriously though, I do think I bet I'd be willing to bet that most poker players are really garbage at like they go through spurts of working on their game when they suck, right? Like results are bad. Maybe these little spikes if they have like a huge tournament or spot coming up, right? If they satellite into some huge thing or have a huge live event, they'll study too. But they study like when their results are bad or when they have a huge spot, and then like when results are good, they just fucking coast on their laurels, right? And then you risk the meta passing you by, which it does me all the time because I have no time to study. But I'm trying to at least do something this year. What I must do. Raise here in the Grant. 23 bigs. That's a lot, man. This is kind of close though. You're gonna have a lot of pocket pairs. I don't know, man. I might call. I'm gonna let it go. There's just super tight on BetRivers. This guy's like wide, but I don't know. That's really close though. I think if we were deeper in the tournament where I felt like I had a larger sample size on this individual, I think there's a chance I'd change my mind there. But I think population just jams good hands, not bad ones. But like there are going to be some flips in there even with population. So I don't know. Chalk that up to someone who has been bitten in that spot way too many times by being ace queen. And it being players who don't jam like worse than ace queen in that spot, you know what I mean? Don't give me that, Richie. I know you have deep thoughts. You can't hide them. I mean, you can hide them from me, but please don't. Unfortunately, the sixes failed us this time. We did flop a set earlier and got some chips out of a set of sixes, but this time it's king 10-8. Yeah, we're gonna be out of there. This was on the list when I was looking at songs with best opening lines. This came up. You know, don't call it a comeback. It's a pretty good one. Whatever happened to ladies love Cool James? I feel like he fell off the map as far as like older rappers, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Like some older rappers, like they stayed around too long. You know what I mean? How old is LL Cool J? He's 57. He released a single in 2024, I guess. Okay. First single as a lead artist in 8 years. Okay, so he was quiet though. I wasn't wrong about that. Ace 5 here, we will reluctantly fold. Seeing the raise and the ISO. Player puts in half their stack and then folds. Be funny. It'd be funny. They don't fold though. They stack off with the queen 10, hit a queen, or hit a 10. That's not what a queen looks like. They hit a 10 and double. So stacks flip there. I don't know if this is necessarily a jam, but we're going to jam here in the salad with Jack 9 suited. Not loving getting called immediately necessarily here. Yikes. I need to play some cube sit and goes. Let's register some of those. We got a ticket for the first one. Yeah, that sort of tracks the way they snap called. About another jacker. How about another jack is all I have to say. All right. GG. You got dark thoughts? I mean, as do I, sir, but as do I, my friend. You know, I've gotten better. I sometimes have a more positive inner monologue these days. Used to have a lot more negative self-talk. It still is there a decent amount of the time. I think I've gotten better at like loving myself, you know? Honestly. Is that weird to say? It's a little weird to say. It's a little bit, it shouldn't be weird to say, right? It's a little bit like social faux pas for a man to talk about loving himself. But it shouldn't be. So I'll talk about it. But yeah, I mean, I definitely like my inner monologue, like my natural inner monologue is like, get up, you fucking idiot, you're gonna be late, you stupid fucking moron. You know what I mean? Like it's very negative. Like when I make a mistake in a poker hand, it's not like, come on, you're better than that. It's like you're a fucking idiot. You know you shouldn't do that, you stupid fucking idiot. You know you shouldn't have bet that river. You know you shouldn't have called that river. They always have it, you fucking moron. You know what I mean? Super negative. Jack's here. Check call a small one on the river. It's not a small one. Man, like, yeah. Can't even do as low. We're in the Benjamin. Just here. We're gonna raise it. Limped pot here. This is a $10 S&G cube now. Check. You should check. Probably behind now, but we're gonna call and river 2 pair. Loving it, player. Ace 9 we raised and took in the Benjamin. Now we're raising pocket sixes. A flat from Dr. Dad. can even do it slow. Go ahead and go away, Dan. Kind of bad suits to have, I think. Like, fine. Live the queen deuce here. Precious pot for us relative to our stack depth. King 9 good enough to jam for 5. Big blind with most of it chips in. I love when they say LOL, like I should never jam a 5 big blind stack. Nice. Got him. YOLO. Ace 4 versus Queen Deuce. Oh no, he gave me the early GG. Don't do it. It did it. It did it. The early GG, man. It's that's all day. It's all day. It never fails. I gotta start weaponizing that. Ace 9 versus 8-4. We double. We're not out of this one just yet. Ten 9 versus Queen 4. Not quite a flip, but it's close. A good flop for us. Oh, I actually get to fold here, huh? I'm saying I should fold. I think they have shown that they don't really fold too tight. I don't think so. All right, 5-4 hearts we go with. Okay, well. Hello. %, even though they're ahead. Come on. You gotta get there. 67%, even though we were like, they had a better hand to start. All right, this is our first paid cube sit and go here, since we had a ticket for the first one. Lost the ticket one. Here we go. Limp call here with 9-8 suited. You don't have a small bet in there for me, do you? Small enough. Double gutted. Fine. If you did that with ace king, I guess whatever, good on you. Not doing amazing against ace king anyway. Oh, it is doing pretty amazing against ace king. Well, not amazing, I shouldn't say that, because definitely could lose, but kings usually fare pretty well. In this case, they do knock out the ace king in the Grant. Eight, 7 suited, bounty hunting the nines. Does not perform the grossness. Sounds like a clue on Jackbox Party Packs, the blather around game. It performs the grossness. Great game if you never played it. You give like vague hint. You only have so many options verbally to give like vague hints towards like a person, place, thing, celebrity, like pop culture thing. It's very fun. Stretches your brain. Let's raise the uppercut PKO. And let's jam our ace 4 suited here. Raise again with king queen here. I have recovered. Welcome back to the land of the untilted, my friend. It's nice here. How was your day, AG? Pretty good. I had a kind of busier day than usual at my day job in the office. I have to go to the office one day a week, which is Tuesdays. And it was busier than usual, which wasn't super stressful, but it was like wall to wall. You know what I mean? King 6. So I'm happy to be home and streaming here. Well, that doesn't really bear talking about anymore. We will re-enter. We'll enter another cube sit and go. We're out of there. Glitch prize. Oh, that's a bingo. That's a break even though we lost here on BetRivers. Glitch prize for $10 in third place. We're gonna probably do better than second here, which is amazing. Know nothing about this player. We're gonna 3-bet him. They just joined the table. Welcome. Joining our second paid cube sit and go. Waiting for that to register. 3-betting here with the 10-9 suited. And they fold. That's right. Tone set. Well, you numbers lie. Other than the tilting, the great tilting. How was your day? I spent part of my day evaluating mechanical keyboards. I got a mechanical keyboard, but it is a normal form factor. It's a Hall effect keyboard, but it's a Keychron normal form factor. It does have some like RGB-ness, which you can maybe see there a little bit more so if I do this. You can change the RGB. I just have it like doing like a rotating rainbow type thing now. It's nice. I haven't had a mechanical keyboard before. I like it, but I'm sort of worried because I've streamed for so long. Literally have been streaming since and working in an office. I've been streaming since 2013. I've been streaming for over a decade. I've been working in an office since 2018, along with that. I spent a lot of time on a freaking keyboard. I'm starting to get a little worried about RSI, repetitive stress injury, and I'm considering returning this mechanical keyboard and trying to get a split ergonomic keyboard. But the ones that I want, I watch NL play Jackbox all the time, man. One of my favorite pastimes. The split ergonomic keyboards that I want are hella expensive. They're like $400. This one was 115, 110. It's a huge difference. But yeah, the one I'm currently looking at is called the Digma Defy. I also looked at the Moonlander ZSA. If you want to look at them. I think I'm leaning towards the Digma Defy, but it costs a pretty penny, man. It costs a pretty penny. But they do, so the split keyboard splits obviously into two halves, and the good ones have like tinting, so you can like, your natural pose for your arms is not like this, right? You pronate your wrists, that's uncomfortable. Your natural pose for your arms is the way you see people talk, like this or like this. So that allows you to like put the keyboard like this and type like that, which I'm into. I'm gonna raise here. After a limp, they're gonna call. No need to see bet large here. Could even go smaller than this, I think. Do fold. Raise here with queen 9. King queen here. They jammed, we rejammed. We are the one who loses. Everybody else stays in the tournament. All right. Play again. Defend here with 6-5 suited. Considered 3-betting actually, but opted not to. Other than waking up at 4, unluckily. Pretty solid. Waking up at 4, unluckily. Sounds rough. Let's let them try to bluff, maybe. They'll bet their overpairs. They might have called like ace high, but Queen Jack not going to call us, so we needed them to find a bluff somehow. Studied for 3 hours. Got wrecked in Saturday, so just low table count tonight. Gotcha. Yeah, getting wrecked in satellites can be... I don't know. Satellite pain is a unique kind of pain. Bubbling a satellite, I think, you know, it's up there. It's up there with one of the worst poker pains. I think bubbling, and I didn't stone bubble, but I bubbled the Run Good event, the one Run Good event that I went to at the Hollywood Casino here in Pennsylvania. In live poker, that's very painful. I've never bubbled a satellite live, so maybe that's like just the trifecta of pain. Live poker, bubble, satellite. But yeah, satellites are rough. Raise here with pocket 10. Snippety snap from player to our left. This player calls as well. Flop is ace 6-5. To a ditch. 3.5. I call. What do you got? So it's always, man, you just never have to You never have to hero in this game. Nobody bluffs. That was the fishy one because that was multi-way. People especially don't bluff multi-way. I should just lay the tens down. Didn't even consider it, so that's a slap on the wrist for me tonight. I get a few slap on the wrists tonight. I get one major punt tonight. I know you're gonna meme it up and say just one, but I try to allow myself one. I try to allow myself like one major punt, maybe a session, maybe every few sessions, and then a few small mistakes every session. Right? That was a small mistake, not a major punt. Lawyers. On the stone bubble of the Brawl PKO. It's a hefty raise, sir. Guy hits the fold. I don't know why I'm trying to bluff him. I figured he's going to have some draws. The 5 is not an amazing card for us to have, but he hates to fold. I don't know why I'm trying to bluff him. Then tries to bluff him. I do think that they're still going to have some draws there on the river, though, that bricked out. Just happened to have a pair. I was not trying to get him to fold a pair. I think he folds his like busted like flush draws, and if he has like 5-7, even though he blocked the 5-7, or if he has like 7-9, I think it was, maybe. Whatever other combo had a straight draw, but not a straight on the river. 7-4, 7-9, something like that. Rebetting pocket tens here over the raise. Giving king 8 off on the stone bubble and getting hit with the good luck. Oh yeah, that's pain. No, you go just go no. No way, no way, no way. Like, this is where, like, I just don't think players do it enough. Five, 4 clubs here. You're gonna overbet and I'm gonna jam. Now watch this drive. Let's take a flip for a bounty. Let's win it. Come on, man. These flush draws are doing me dirty tonight. Can't win your flips. You're not going to win at poker. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that for free. Overbets flop with top pair king kicker. You. Stone bubble. We don't cover for the bounty. Call me a nit. Go ahead. This player jams, we go for it though. Cover them. Alright, could get expensive here. We're ready to party. If you got Queens Plus, you win. 'Cause I'm all in. It's aces. Wow. Stone bubble, 625 in bounties. Disgusting. Nits, nothing but nits. The whole platform wide, I'm telling you. All right. We're gonna sit. Somebody else running into aces at least. It's not me this time. 99.9 on the flop. Heads up here as the flush draw beats the lower flush draw. Flush doesn't come. Wouldn't have mattered. This player is very wide. We're going to jam. All in here over the limp. They fold. Ace king of spades here. They raise fold. Like, yo, what the fuck we do? Call off here with 10-3. Wow, I thought we were good here. We checked all the way down and didn't even bet. 10-3 loses the queens in the uppercut PKO. We will re-enter. But let's put that over here this time. Or flop for both of you with the 5-4 suited. Yeah, I know, right? The overbet though, like, man, they hate making chips from like small pairs, right? They hate it. BetRiver for value. Good chop. There are 10s down here. We're going to check back river. Hope you run better than the bigger buy-ins. Thank you, thank you. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes tonight. Let's get in the $10 Hamilton. King 10 versus Ace Queen. 10 on the flop. 10 on the turn. And the King Deuce for the win. We're ahead to start. We're still ahead. No spades in sight. Nobody's got one, which is a good thing for us. 10 becomes 20, and we'll play our last cube sit and go of the evening. So we're in for 50, currently out for 30. We want a $10 glitch, and one of our $10 sit and goes for 20. Yeah. And due to the promotion, when we play 5, we're going to get a cube sit and go ticket, $10 in this case, because we played 5 $10. If you played 5 $25, you'd get a $25 ticket in our account shortly. Now, how? How long is that promotion running? The S&G Startup Plus goes through January 21st. Still a ways yet. Far enough away that I don't really need to think about it ending yet. So he's here with Queen 10 of Spades. Here with Jack 9. Just take it down in the Grant. Oh, man. So we checked flop. It went check, check, check. They bet turn. We called. They hammer river. 3/4 pot without even hesitating. Tahi, Tahi, Tahi. They always have it. You jam. We'll go after this little bitty bounty. Not going to happen, huh? You're going to hold back your 2.78 bigs. I will set mine here. Given the opportunity, and we'll often be given the opportunity. We don't see a lot of 3-betting on BetRivers. Whoa, deja vu all over again. Pocket fours. Flop comes 8, Jack 8 here. Let's see if we can fare better in the Benjamin. Eight king ace here. Oh, I think that's actually worse. Jam here with 9-8 suited. You gotta click the button sometime, Bronson. Come on. I don't know. Maria says she's dying. Do I hear crying? Why? Jam here with ace-9, gets it through. Jam here with ace-4 after the limp, gets through. All right, fine. Turnabout's fair and all that. Ah, they flopped a set. That's funny. Rewarded for their patience. On here with king 3 after a limp. Get it through. All with the deuces. Any interest in never playing any of the events at a big series like Borgata? Maybe. I don't know. Borgata's a lot of travel. I do like what they do with some of their series, but I don't know. I'm always interested, man. I'm always looking at them and stuff, you know, but it's just time, travel commitment, stuff like that. I went to the Run Good in Iowa. Yeah, so like, I mean, full disclosure, transparency, whatever. Run Good supported me, you know, paid me a little bit to go there as an ambassador for them. So that is, oh my God. They can't be doing this with, I'm gonna fold. They never ever ever are clicking the button there without an ace. I don't think they do it with a flush. I don't think they do it with a flush. There's no way. Says oh no, because they got owned. I refuse to believe that they just clicked me with a flush. King 6 we go with. Head of the Jack 3. Looking to come back. Fading jacks. Mounting the comeback. We're spinning. We're on the spin. Oh, queen 3 called by queen 8. Oh no. Boom. Just hoping it would hit when I typed boom. Hoping we could summon it. All right, that was a pretty poor showing in the Cube Sit and Goes tonight, honestly. Maybe just play it a little bit like splashy punty. So we're gonna play a 25 right now because it's ready to fire off. Jumping into 25 because I saw it was ready to fire. We don't chase our losses around here. Poker players don't do that. I'm under the gun. All in with king 5 suited. They're gonna fold. Maybe we should min click this. Kind of glad we didn't now. Maybe. I don't know. Blind versus blind different than if I raise from button, obviously, but. Wow. Has him in a real bad way here. The ace king flopped the Broadway. Check back 1 here. Weird one. I think if we were deeper, we would raise this. Here, we'll see what happens when we limp. Gonna jam. Get you gone. Give 'em all my money. Ain't nobody selling nothing, you broom. Jamming a call, ace 6 at risk against the king 5 suited. 5 on the flop, king on the turn. Needs a 7. Not always coming. All right, heads up, 2-1 chip deficit against us. They've got the 2-1 chip lead. I liked your effort of emoting before the river. I tried. Ace 10 versus ace 3. Nice. Ace 4 for the win versus king deuce. Nice. We spin a 50. All right, take it. Three betting here with the pocket kings. Squeezing. I think we would take this sizing with weaker hands. So we want to take it with the stronger ones too. I jammed here and everybody's in the pot. What the fuck? I jammed ace 10. We run into ace queen and aces. I have the ace of clubs. I have the ace of clubs. It's an important card. Yes, it is a very important card. Let's go. What a pot here in the $20 uppercut PKO. Boom indeed. Cheers. Nice hand. Thank you. Ace 10 comes out on top. Wow, 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 wow. We're not gonna trust the ace 10 again here, honestly. Ace king and ace 4. I did not have the important card here. Ace 4 cracks the ace king though. Underdogs are winning here. We gotta call off the jam here, I believe. Good luck us in the Grant. It's jacks versus threes. Just want to hold. We do hold, and we win a big pot there as well. Defend the jack 8 here. We checked out of position versus Dan here. He decided to lead flop. Leads turn again. Raise here with the ace jack. Rewarded for helping the 25 fire. That's a nice way to look at it. Okay, so we try to get heads up against the bounty. Instead we're heads up and we're the bounty. Defend here. We have to flop for jack 9. Let's fold here. Massive suck out with the ace 10. Oh yeah, for sure. 7.5 big blinds. Are you fucking for real? This is the same player that raised to like 3 with aces earlier, right? Fuck it. Fuck it. It's the same player. Who raised to 3, like, raised big with aces earlier. 3.5 or 4 with aces, I think. Please show down and prove me right. Get your aces in against King Jack here, King Queen. That's what makes my life so fucking fantastic. Whatever the hand was, they fucking loved it. IMO, they either had a huge pair there or they had ace king. In which case we would have lost post flop, but would have been good to get it in. I don't want to put in a ton of chips to play against a player who we don't cover in bounty, right? Like a ton of chips free with a hand that's vulnerable like tens, right? Like unless maybe we could put all of them in, but which I guess would be the move there, but I don't think versus that we should. Just gonna jam here. In the Benjamin, we're all in with ace king. Flipping with tens. Spit take. Decent. Did you see that? I can't actually spit it all over my... I can't actually spit it all over my keyboard. That would be disastrous. That's my best attempt at a spit take. I haven't tried that in a long time. Did I get anything very wet over there? Nah, we're okay. Queen 9 suited, we limp. Call here. Ace high gotta dominate the fuck out of their raising in position range here. Nah. All yours. Pocket queens here. Oh wow, 2-pair over 2-pair and the uppercut PKO. Was that a river to ace too? Yeah, it was. Three bet Dan here. Queens. I just died in your arms tonight. Raise king jack here. 2-color flop is 4 deuce 4. Break again already, holy cow. Well, can't go after that, really. All right, one more hand before the break here. We got king jack in the Hamilton. Actually, you know what? Let's put that here. We'll bet On the Jack 3-5 rainbow board. So against button, they're gonna have like Queen Jack, 10 Jack. They're gonna have like Ace Deuce, Ace 4 here as well sometimes. And we're gonna go 3 streets, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, I think. Now we're targeting like Ace 5 or something. Or like pocket 7s, pocket 9s that just didn't want to give up. All right, we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Tennessee whiskey. A sweet strawberry wine. Oh, I should have pre-registered this. Title fight PKO. Oh, I can still. It runs in 3 minutes. We're gonna get in the title fight PKO. Short stack is going to battle here. We're folding. It's raised 3-bet jam. Ace king and ace queen. Some chop opportunities. There is no chop. There's no chop in bossing, say. We see bet flop here. They called. We're gonna check out of position on the turn. Ace queen here. I'm at the bet 4.5 here, but 5 will work. We'll bet river with the ace of diamonds. Tons of pressure on a 7. Damn it. We're not trying to make a 5 fold. We're not trying to make a 5 fold. We're trying to represent a big pair or a flush. and make a 7-fold. Make even a 9-fold. Like if they had 8-9 and hit the 9. That's unfortunate, but I like going for a bluff there. I think it's clear they had a hand. It's not clear they had a 5 because they didn't get aggressive into us. They're not showing massive strength. Yeah, it's more their board than ours because we raised pre and they called off. But you know, we're gonna have some strong hands and we need to have some bluffs as well. I think having the ace of diamonds there is a good thread to pull on for a bluff. Went with like a 120% pot maybe, bet on the river. They just don't hesitate to call because they have a 5. Pretty sad that they do have a 5, but is what it is. We'll try to rebound into Benjamin. We'll try to spin from there. I don't know, maybe I should have given up, but didn't have it in me. I wanted the pot. Didn't want to give up. I wanted the pot. Raise pre-flop here with king 9. Min clicks it. I hate to fold to a min click, but I think I will. All right, back to the raising well. We go with ace 10 this time. It's 3-bet here in the Grant with pocket kings. Kings versus ace king. We're all in at risk. Oh boy. All right, remember how you said about the big buy-ins numbers lie? They are similarly not going amazing. You know, bluffed off a large percentage of my stack in the Benjamin. And just lost kings to ace king in the Grant after registration is closed. Yikes. Check the sevens. Not a flop we want to see when we check the sevens, really. I'm gonna sit down because I'm annoyed. King's to ace king, pretty nasty. The bluff, I'm gonna look at and see if that's a thing that we should ever be doing. But but at least I'm trying. I think in that one to reason out a time to have bluffs in that spot. I think it's considered at least. The king's ace king just a bit tilting, obviously. Love to flop a set here. We do not flop a set. Play another sit and go cubed here. I hate folding to one big blind, but we will. How am I still in this spot up here? All right, we are no longer in this spot. Going to sit and go cubed. We'll jam here over the limp with pocket twos. Limp calls queen 6. We fade the counterfeit and the queens and the 6s. We're heads up here. Get him next sesh maybe. We're still here for this one for now. I think I'm just gonna jam. 10-9 suited. We're flipping with king 4. Jack or a spade? 9 not enough. Ace Jack suited, we're all in. Versus Ace Deuce and 7-4. We got 49% three ways. That's got to be pretty good. Still good for now. But a 4 on the river is going to be most of it. Wow, 4-7 gets there. Well, he says, "Wow, like you're the one pressing the button with the 7-4 suited, my brother." Ace King up against 10 Deuce. They're gonna get us, aren't they? No, we're alive. We'll spin from 0.25 big blinds. Sure we will. Sure we will. Of course we will. Good luck. Yeah, thanks. Jack 5 suited, we're ahead again. That's a straight flush. Nice hand. If I ever felt like I deserved a glitch prize, it might have been right there with that dirty 4 on the river. No, we're gonna keep firing here. Button here's a whoo. Oh, malicious, just lovely and delicious. Heads up here, we got queen 6 of spades. Flop a queen. Fold. We're all in here. Nines take it down. Here we got king queen. They jammed flat, flat. You just have ace high, right? Oh, king jack. Wow. Any jammers? I will keep the charade up and just call. How much are we gonna keep the charade up? We're gonna check here. Now we jam. Yeah, now we jam. Says GG. Holy shit. Flop 2 pair with queen 3. Says GG and knocks me the fuck out. God damn. Let's spin. Well, it's not going so great. And we're not spinning in the spins in the cubes. We're not spinning. Well, he just drove off sometimes last gig. All right, all in the risk here with queens in the uppercut PKO for us. Certainly not folding. Queens versus ace king suited. Why they gotta be so damn strong, man? Why they gotta be so damn strong, man? It's button versus small blind. Why do they always have the strongest goddamn hand in the world? Supposed to get in against at least give me ace jack, and then when they hit the ace, I feel it's unjust, but like, man, if they have a flip there, so gross. And why can't we ever win them right now? 2026 has been rough out here to start, folks. 3 losing sessions in a row, and we're looking down the barrel of our 4th. And granted, none of them were major losses, I don't think. Like, we had some wins. This one feels like it might hurt. It continues down this path. King Jack versus Queens. Oh my gosh! You give that guy the queen on the river. Okay. Okay. Good. Fucking sweet zombie tap dancing Jesus Christ. Wow. Wow. Insane. Insane. I don't know what else to say other than insane. That's insane that they just spiked that queen. We got a gut shot and a flush draw here. Now we have a flush. All right, I call. Yeah. I mean, I just knew it, right? Like, I just knew it. I mean, I didn't know it, but like, they were behaving like they had a great hand. Good God. We just torched, what, like $50 straight in $10 cubes? In brutal fashion, too? Like, not even in, like, close spots. Like, we just got demolished. All right, all in down here in the Benjamin. Ace Jack. Alexa, play Mad World. All in here. King Queen snap called by 10-7-0, folks. All right, we can win that one, thankfully. But we're still got to beat the other opponent to actually win the sit and go itself. Jam here. Raise aces. I think at this depth, there's no other option. We're stacking off. Aces versus King Queen. We got 80%. Hold. I'm shocked we did, to be quite honest. Aces here. Did I get too cute on the flop here? Remains to be seen. Fucking Christ. They don't do that. They don't do this. They don't do this in a bounty tournament. They don't bluff that in a bounty tournament. So I fold. Jamming here with two pair, 9s and 3s on the turn. Jack high flush draw. We're gonna win there. Finally, we win a cube sit and go. Here we limped, or we checked to check jam. We're gonna make good on that. Promise to ourselves to check jam here with aces. Turn fold, but that's fine. Vindicated. I think a lot of players are snap calling top pair there, so that's what we're going for. Could just call as well, but seems dicey three ways to want to do that. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I just don't think they jam that river. I don't think they jam on that 5-card run out with worse than a flush or a straight. Like I think most of the time they have the flush. Queen 10 or clubs. Yeah, I just don't think they're bluffing. I just don't think they're bluffing. Question is, do we beat any value? Like, do they jam that with like a rivered set of jacks? But a rivered set of jacks is a full house, you know. Or no, sorry, that's the different hand. Rivered set of jacks we would beat. Have jack jack. Maybe 9-9. I don't know. It's a tough one, but I folded. I think it's nutted. I think it's a trappy flush. To be quite honest, maybe I'm getting owned. Just me need the Benji Bing coming up to reset the luck. I certainly hope so. At least we doubled in that one. I don't know. Let me know how you feel about this this aces fold. I also don't know about my sizings. Like maybe I should probably bet flop is what it is really, and not check flop because it simplifies it. We like bet flop and then just ship the turn or. Clicks it on me, so we'll call. Jam's turn, okay. Wow. Just rips it. King 9's got to be close. We're gonna go for a limp here. Don't think betting accomplishes too much. Ace eyes aren't gonna fold. Pick up a gut shot. Don't hit it. King eye for the win. Trip 10, slow playing all the way. You dirty dog. Trip 5's here. Out of position at this depth, we're gonna bet. I don't think players bluff enough. They're like busted draws and stuff. You seem kind of passive. Not memorable intro extreme. A great intro from Dashboard Confessional. Which one is that? Which Dashboard Confessional was that we were doing? Vindicated. How does Vindicated start? Oh, there's ace 3 to ace 10 there, by the way. Jack 10 suited will go in. All right, let me go back to Vindicated. How does it start? Is it just the... Oh no, it's the... Yeah, instrumentally, it's a great intro, yeah. It's Hope Dangles on a String, right? Hope Dangles on a String is still a pretty baller starting lyric. They see me rolling, they hatin' is not bad too. Jack 10 suited up against King 5. We'll take a flip here. Can you send it in Discord so I can look through? Yeah, I can do that. Hold on 1 second. Let's do this $10 PLO Rush PKO as well. First PLO pot is limped. We go to the flop 6 ways. PLO, modern day USA poker, folks. We call here with queen deuce. Flop is ace queen 3. Check, you should check. Check, you should check. Fine. Jam over a raise here. Yep. Good luck us in the Benjamin. We're going to be all in for 22 bigs. I don't know what to say, man. King, queen. Ace is the wrong one. We're gonna get back in there. Jack's here in the cubes and go versus ace 3. At least we're running good in the $10 cubed, I suppose. We're not, though. Actually, we're running good in this particular. We ran good in that particular hand in this particular $10 cube. Overall, we're running like garbage in these two. That's the thing. We're not. God damn, could have hit a flop. We defend our big blind here on our second bullet in the Benjamin. Flop is ace king ace for my 7-5 suited. Pretty great for their range and pretty horrible for my particular hand and range. At least that one's not going to get us in trouble, I guess. I know all the games you play, 'cause I play them too. Out devotion. Faith, 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 faith. Jamming here. Hey, vote. Oh, this river becomes an ocean. Oh, my heart back on the floor. Ten deuce. We got him with a boat. All right, we're gonna single-handedly come back just in these cubes sit and goes. I can feel it. We're just gonna steamroll these for the rest of the night. I was gonna pot it myself, but we'll fold here. Oh, this player has a bounty. I didn't realize they were cut so short. Damn, multi-tabling. Fuck me. It's okay. Definitely not going to flop 3 diamonds. Okay, could have been worse. I mean, we had a gut shot and an ace, like big ace, but. I got a big stack's gonna put on big pressure, which would be really hard for us to deal with. Yeah. Baby. Queen 6-6-3 puts on that pressure. This guy is hunting bouteilles. And the 6s claim him 1. Incredible. Alright, so I shouldn't be really afraid of that player. Question is if they're gonna like pot it every hand because they have a ton of chips. Yeah, they just might. Limp jams. You gonna ISO? Yep. just wants to flip for bounties. Caleb, you want to flip for all of it? Not all of it, he says. To flip essentially. 77% for the big stack. 75. Got him. Queen 6-9-4. We would have had a set, but would have lost to the flush. Heads up here in a cube sit and go. We get a fold with our 7s. Queen Jack 10-4 here. Wanted to, even if I try, even if I wanted to. My love, my love, my love. Oops. Ace King here, we just raise and take in the Benjamin. We called King Deuce and then folded here. Obviously, we're very shallow, but we do pick up pocket jacks here. Versus Queen Jack. Timed out the nuts looking through a different hand. Haha, it happens. Wait, was it looking through my hand? I hope not. All right, let's continue the spin. 7-3 of diamonds. Fuck me. Oh my god, they folded. I was like debating, like, does this have to be a call for 1.67 more? Queen 4, I'm all in. They've got jacks. Yikes. Need a lady. It's a lady to save me. We'll continue the spin. Queen 4 suited. Come on, baby. We're still in it. Come on. Queen 5. We're all in. We have taken the chip lead somehow in this tournament. Gotta call off the Jack 10. They fold. I don't think we limp trap here with at this stack depth. We're just jamming. I believe how much they're folding to me. The call with King 7 versus Queen Deuce for the win. 66%. 2/3 of the time we'll win it right here. Now 97%. Now 91. We got him. And we spin a 25. Long road back, but we're going to keep grinding these. You said put your lips like this. I don't know. Do we want to jam here? Let's be a little cheeky. Now it's weird if they jam, because that's like it's like a weirdly slanted strong range. Point where ace 9, it comes like weirdly borderline, I think, if they just ship it here. Instead they use up their time bank, they check. I didn't want to say it was, but yeah, it was. Don't worry, it was some cheapo turbo. That's pretty funny. I'm sorry for making you time out the nuts. That sucks, man. That makes me feel bad. I know you didn't want to say it because you said looking through a different hand. Looking through some hand. Oh, who sent you a hand? Gonna ask numbers live. When I know you're on my FT, I'm just gonna send you hands for strategic analysis now. Ace 5 we jam, they fold. You were mine, my boo. Oh, my, oh, oh. My, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh. Ace-8 suited for 9 big blinds. We're all in. But I know about us, and it's the only way we know how to rock. I don't know about y'all, but I know about us, and only way we know how to rock. Ace-8 4-3 here. We've got the diamond draw. That's all really. Oh man. Alright, we're not gonna go with the diamond draw for that much. Jam ace jack can get through here. I think we need more than just diamonds, but this player calling does make it like tempting. Good people of the world are washing their clothes on the lunch. And sweating as best they can. Skirts and suits. They both had the 4-5. The other guy had aces. Phone company, a record store too. We bet and protect our hand with 9-3 on A3 ace and a pot where I limped small blind. They checked. Got the chip lead here, but it's a very hairy thing. Smart choice. I can't resist a good hand history. And now I know. That's a pretty rough spot for me to jam. Wait, hold on. Oh! What a roller coaster of emotion. We make a straight, they make a boat. Queen 9 versus Queen Deuce. We'll try to spin from here. The chop is not going to help us spin. The chop is not going to help us spin. I will take our blinded all in hand next hand. As these players have 9s and 3s. Glad we didn't decide to go with this one, I think. Derp. 9s double. Day and night in the car washed. Ace deuce better than the 9 deuce we had. Limps, huh? Oh, we're in trouble, I think, chat. All in here, a 9-8. Hey, we got a glitch prize. 9-8 we jam, they fold. We got a $5 glitch prize, so at least it was something. Back in the $10. Raise Jack 9 here. I don't know. Against my better judgment, I'll click call here for 1. Okay, I guess we're out, even though we picked up like our flush draw. The jack doesn't look horrible, but they have 2 pair. Good instincts. We called when we were ahead, folded as soon as we were behind. They had queen jack. Jam here. Limp's got to be wide. Yeah, king 10 for the big one here is against king 4. This is what matters the most. Don't want to see a 4. We'll take it all. We will take it all with a 7-card straight. This player hates to fold. Raise here with 10-9 of spades. In the $50 title fight, both players fold. Hero with a pair of 4s. My pot. Thank you, thank you. They check back, we flop a 3. Folding, sir, I'm folding. Wolf, ace, deuce. Doubles with the jacks here. Need some help in the Benjamin, guys. Send help. We limp and then call a min raise here with 10-7 of clubs. All right, they're not gonna let us finish it. We're going off to the MTT break. We'd like to finish this cube sit and go forthwith. Any 2 cards kind of call off here. Okay, I mean, when you limp, I guess I'll check my absolute garbage, which is this, but we hit a pair, so we'll bet. Pair of 3s versus the 5 deuce. And we win the cube sit and go right before we take the break here. We spin. Goldie. A 40 banger before we go. Be right back. What's up, guys? Maps says, are you noticing subtle changes from today's updates? The buttons are changed slightly. Yeah, the buttons now scale when you resize the window, which I like. The buttons are larger, which I also like in general. Opponent cards are off center. Didn't notice that one. And you can mouse over players. You just have to mouse over the stats instead of over their avatar. You can mouse over the players. You just have to mouse over the actual numbers, not the avatar. All change took me a second to figure out, but you can. You just have to hover here instead of on the face. Right there. Doop, doop, doop. It works. I'll look at the cards. I don't see the opponent's cards off center part, but I'll keep an eye out for that. But no, I like what they did with the pre-flop buttons. I was talking about it because they used to not scale when you resized your window, and now they do. Maybe you're talking about a different button change, but no, this one is just a little bit of a change. I presume this might be because like maybe they'll make it so maybe they want to make it so that you don't like always bring up those stats when you're trying to label someone or something, you know what I mean? Like they're distinct areas. You do this here, you do this here. Although you can click almost anywhere near them to label them, I think, even their numbers. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they're going to do something else on hover. When you hover over like their avatar or their nameplate or something, maybe they have plans for that. And they're just, you know, this is the precursor to that. You never know. Yeah, just the hover just moved to a slightly different spot. Eight seven offsuit will limp here. That's cool. Cool. It's pot here in the $10 PLO rush. Oh, sorry, this should be over here. There we go. Everybody calls. Flop is not what we want. Flop is very much not what we want. What we want to see, we want to see the ace of diamonds on the turn. If they check, of course. No, you're supposed to check. 7-8-9. King 7-8-9. They had the ace of diamonds, so we weren't getting that. All right, not my favorite jam, but we're all in here with ace 9. Take it. This pot has checked all the way down, and they're gonna bet 4 big blinds in the river. Guess we fold. Thank you. I didn't realize it was from resizing. Mine are probably off center due to the size I have the table set. And okay, now I understand how to see the hands played. Hey, I'm happy to help. Yeah, if you have tables like set to some weird like janky custom size, that might be doing it for sure. I mean, it still could be something that you would you could reach out to BetRivers about. Maybe they didn't consider like non-standard sizings that can be done by like table managers and stuff. I'm not sure how much they'd be wanting to, accommodate those things, but they're very understanding. You know what I mean? They're very understanding and responsive to feedback from my experience. So like it could be worth a shot. Presumably what you're using is obviously, this maybe should go without saying, but obviously presumably it's not against TOS or something. Because if it's against TOS and you reach out to them, obviously they will take action, and you shouldn't be using that in the first place. Yada yada. All right, so I wouldn't think you strike me as a person on the up and up, but I don't want you to come flaming me because you told on yourself. I don't want anyone to come flame me because they told on themselves. I'm not trying to cast aspersion on maps, for the record. Like, it just occurred to me that I think the table managers on BetRivers are not disallowed though. Like, they were working like with Jurogen, I think, at one point to maybe try to get BetRivers to work on Jurogen. I think people use Table Ninja. So I think, or not Table Ninja, what's the other one called? Intuitive Tables, I think. I think people use Intuitive with BetRivers. Ace 10, we're gonna jam here. It's amazing how often people like limp call off in Cube Sit and Ghosts, and then right now they're gonna prove me wrong, of course, but it's amazing people like limp call off. They like just hate to fold, so they'll like limp call off with like real garbage sometimes. Bit of sunk cost fallacy, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. Pocket sixes though, we're gonna be all in here. Oh, dirty one here. King 10 suited goes runner after the queen high flop. Sixes here versus tens and king queen. That's not where we want to be. Not at all where we want to be. Potting it with queens here. Ace, queen, queen, deuce. You cover me. I think people don't 4-bet, or like people don't repot with weekends in this game. I could be wrong. It is a bounty. People have changed and adjust for bounties and things now. We're not gonna fold to a min raise like anything, even like multi-way here. Sucks we hold one of our own clubs and we don't have like, I need like 4-5 or 5-6 or something here, like, or 4 deuce to try to go for like a straight, to try to have at least like a straight draw as well. You can call that river in the sit and go. They can bet worse, and your king of hearts is a great heart card to have. I've lost the hand. I don't remember it. But you're probably right. I've lost the thread in my mind back to that hand. I don't have, it's ephemeral now. It's not in the cache any longer. And I haven't been in the cache all night, you know what I mean? Not much anyway. They check call, which is spooky. Give up, sir. King 10, okay. You win. You win. Jam over a limp. Jam blind versus blind. Well, this is weird, man. They raised the min click ISO. I think we jam still, but this is fucking strange. 2.2 big blind jam, 5 big blind re-raise. We're gonna jam ace 10 of spades. Against ace 8 and jack 9. Game is just ripping my heart out lately, guys. Just ripping my heart out lately. Ace 10 loses to ace 8 on bullet 2 in the Benjamin. We will not be rebuying. Today, in for 555, out for 211 in the moment. It's approved and allowed. Yeah, you're fine. Change the table size and my full button works again. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. You could either reach out to Intuitive or reach out to BetRivers or both to try to see if there's something that could be done, I guess, if you're set on those table dimensions or aspect ratio or whatever. If you're not, you could reconfigure. If it works okay, you could just deal with it. You know, you got the variety of options, dials to turn, levers to pull. Sprockets to crank, cogs to... I've lost words. cogs to ratchet. It's a good one. It's a good word. Poker's burning me. The game is burning me down tonight, folks. From both ends. They're gonna chop. Here we're gonna see King Queen knock out the Ace King. Game ain't fair. Nobody ever said it. Well, maybe some people think it is, but most people don't say that it is. Obviously, we're calling here for a whopping 0.09 bigs. We call off. Ace Deuce versus the Jack foe. Hit a 4 on the river. Can't even win that. Can't even win that tiny little pot. Oh man, don't limp. I'm gonna jam. Snapped by you. Be cool if you folded. Well, no. It'd be cool if we had the best hand somehow. 4 deuce calls off. Don't do it. Do not do it. 10. They did it to me. Glutton for punishment I am. We'll keep playing. We're gonna cut the stream around like, I don't know, 20 minutes from now or something though, probably, if the sickness continues, and it does show no signs of letting up at the moment. We'll pot it here with ace 10, 10, 9, double suited. Oh my god. Come on, man! Like, there's no diamonds on this flop. There's only one heart. How do I just have a gut shot on this board? Check. I will do this and then re-enter. Flop to set. We don't get there. Ten three, we jam river, they fold in the title fight PKO. So we rebought here. We're gonna fold the first hand. Ace 5, 9 deuce. Raise fold to 10-6 suited. At least it's not a complicated decision. Jam here after the limp. They were potting with king, queen, queen, jack after a limp. They fold. People fold in this game? Jam here after a limp. Have you learned not to limp? All in here, we only have 4 big blinds in the Hamilton. Maps, yo, thank you for the follow as well, brother. Welcome to the squad. Appreciate you. Another player all in here. How many ways we gonna go, gents? And they hate to fold. Look at them. They're like, I don't want to fold. Mom said it's my turn to not fold. Ace Jack on Queen 9-3 is in a bad way. We should start at the 30 instead of 15 that keeps in goes. That would be better for sure, I think. But I'm actually like, was kind of like still had a shot here. $10 Hamilton, we're out. Along with most other things. I think in the cubes, in the bounty streets, we just ship it here with pocket 8s. 8s versus king 10 suited. Let's win a flip for once tonight, please. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so scary. Oh! We made it! We made it through to the other side of a flip. Holy cow. What the heck is happening? It's all turning around. One flip one, I feel like a god. I'm begging you, mama. You got me begging you, mama. Bully. We limped. They raised huge. Fold the 8-5-5 deuce. Ace is here in the title fight PKO. Send the bounties. Send them all. Over all of it with aces. All right, we win another pot in the title fight PKO. Basically blinded all in here. We got 6s live. Spade for a chop. April Fool's tournament where they replaced the fold button with a pot button. I don't know about all that. I think there might be some regulatory concerns with that one. I like the idea of an April Fool's tournament. or like like randomized structure and game every blind level or something. I don't know so much about replacing buttons. Seems like a lot of dev work for very little payoff. We potted ace, ace, king 10, and this is the flop we get. This PLO is for the birds, man. I never hit flops in this thing. I swear to God, I've played this so many times and run so bad. Both players have a straight. Defend the king 8 suited. Flop is ace, queen 4. We've got 2 of our clubs on there. Why, man? Why don't you let me play poker? Why don't you let me play poker? At the turn here on 4, 7, ace, 7. Big chip deficit here for us. Okay, queen 8 8 might not be the best stab because like a lot of their limps are gonna have like stuff like this, but I figure on a paired board we should often stab anyway. All right, that kind of puts the nail in this one though, potentially, whereas we're very it's very tough for us to come back now at least. Obviously we're calling off here, jamming if they limp. I'm amazed when people have folds in these spots. King 7. Yeah, see, like, they're so tight, man. Like, some of these players, they don't come after us with worse. Now, we might still have to call the King 7 there, but all these players are exceedingly tight. Raising here with Queen 10 offsuit. Take that one down. Yeah. Not in it for the bounty here. Had real garbage. Shame to not be able to go after it. How wide is Alani P gonna hunt? They make the call pretty damn wide when they're calling 5-3 off. They have an over though, which is the crazy thing. Pretty hard for them to hit a 4. And if the 5 comes now, the 4s would make a straight. So they swapped a bit there. A good way for the 4s. King Queen for us. I think we're too shallow here to fold Queen Jack Jack 9. We'll just go with this hand here. Queen Jack, we're open-ended, at least. Open-ended straight. Ace is full. Okay. Holding the king queen here. This one talking about the crazy limp call offs. Limp calls off Jack Deuce. Then they hit a Jack. They just like they hate to fold once they've put chips in the pot voluntarily. They hate it. All right, and like now we know they're limping like Jack Deuce, so like we're jamming King 7. 8 Deuce limp calls. Is gonna hit a deuce. We're gonna make a straight though, so at least I don't get tilted by that happening twice. So that guy will just call any cards. He doesn't jam, but if you jam, he's not folding pre. He did jam here. We got 9s versus A6. Oh my god. 9 or a 10. Dude, the Alanis Morissette's voice is fantastic for sure. Game is nasty tonight, guys. Getting all the 2026 run bad out in the first week. Ace King here. Jamming. Ace King versus Jacks. It's a flip. Come on. Come on. Flip for a big bounty. Hold. No hearts. No Jacks either. Oh my gosh. We make a better boat. All right. All energy to the title fight it is, he says. That was incredible. That was an incredible hand of poker. All focus right here, right now on the $50 title fight PKO here on BetRivers Poker. Let's do it. Wow. So we claim a bounty for 1875. Now we got a third place stack. 75 bigs. Oh, ace on the flop. Ace and a king on the flop. Ace and a king on the flop. Jack on the turn. Ace on the river. Wow. Why fold? I have Jack. Exactly. I have face. Face good. Face card strong. Strong face. I like his face. I don't know why. Like the broken English or like the simple English you put it in made me think it was the player with a Russian accent for some reason. Why fold? I have Jack. Face. I like it. I like him face. We lost a pot. I didn't show up. We lost a big pot here in the cube sit and go. And 5 to keep it alive. Take your 8. I've gotten a glitch in a while, man. We are torching these though. I should maybe stop playing these completely. I don't think I'm playing bad. I think it's just Omega variance. Also, that cube animation is hella loud in my ears. Let's check here. Okay. You win. We took one stab, but we tended to shut down on the turn most of the time. But not for long, the future's coming on. You have it or you don't. That's a fallacy. Calling river. The queen is going to beat the jack here. Bet flop and win. Oh, they gave a fold to the micro stack. What? What? Not going anywhere with ace 7. The best hand to start, 50%, 3 ways. Low card out there. There we go. That's as low as it gets. 10 becomes 25 there. Over here, our final 3 tables, still 24 minutes of registration left in the Title 5 Eco. Of course, our focus is on scooping up the bounties that we can. We're not loving the Jack 3 we got here in the big blind too much, though. They just jammed for 15. We folded a king 7. Okay, you seem like you have somewhere to be. My turn. You were trapping them, and you trapped me instead. 8, 8, king, ace will work. That's the rare chop. We'll take it. Mm, 10 big blinds. I think we jam. They have another ace. How dare they? This one, we're not going to chop. Yeah, I mean, it's just variance at this depth. Like, we have to take these jams and accumulate chips. Kings are live, but that doesn't say a whole lot. Tens are going to win that. All is lost tonight. You got a $600 Borgata seat. Nice. Congrats. Congrats, congrats. All in here. Mm-hmm. King 9 all in. I think we jam King 9 again. TBQH. Called by King 4. Hold it. Cool. 9 plays. Back or higher, or a 6, like a board pair, we chop a 6 or an ace. We'll just call, I guess. Check raise jam here. All with 10-9 suited. Called by Queen Jack offsuit. Oof. Kind of some bluff ISOs, I think. This is going to be one here with the Queen 3. Now we raise the 8s here. After a limp. Gotta call because one of them could be on a flush draw. One of them is, but it's not the bigger one, sadly. 8. The other guy behind having the king is unfortunate. Like, if he has the flush draw, we get that bounty. I don't know about that one. That's a really peculiar bounty spot, but I felt like I had to call. I'd already made my decision, which is maybe a bad way to look at it. I didn't think more, but I didn't think I needed to. I think it can't be a horrible, but it just sucks that the hands are not flipped the other way, right? If the bigger stack has the bounty and the other player holds with their trip kings, like we knock out the bigger stack, we claim the bounty. All in here. Player likes their little stabby fold. Tens versus ace-9 suited. Oh, we got the 10 on the turn. Got him dead. Just spin them in for 20 there, sadly. All right, guys. I actually do think we're probably just going to end it here. I've gotten my shit kicked in. I am going to finish the title fight PKO, of course, but it's going to be a little while. I'm just going to kind of solo grind it here. Try to make sure I'm winding down, be able to turn the lights off in here and get some sleep and stuff like that, and lick my wounds for the next stream, which I think will be tomorrow night as long as my health holds up. My daughter is sick right now, and if she gets me sick, I'm trying to get the streams in while I still feel normal, and I feel and sound normal. Her voice is rough. So you'll probably see me live as long as I'm not, as long as it hasn't gotten to me yet tomorrow. But thank you so much for being here tonight. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to put on too much of an entertaining show with the poker just cracking my head all night. But hope there's still a chance here. We're 11-20. We're not giving up hope. I'm not just gonna punt here. I'm gonna try to see it through, and maybe you'll see a celebratory, night save screenshot from me on social media. But until next time, I'm going to bid you good night and likely see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Peace. Later.